Gotta catch 'em all!
Welcome back, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me on this lovely Thursday evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Scott. I'm the owner and founder of SJC Collectibles, sjccollectibles.com, where we sell your favorite shiny cardboard at fair competitive prices. I go live almost every single Thursday, except for when I'm too tired to do so, like last week, where we just look at random things, I open random stuff, and we just talk about trading cards in general. It's chill. Hang out, grab a drink. I got my coffee tonight. Delicious nectar of life. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out tonight, chit chat a little bit. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna probably be a little bit lower energy than normal, but hey, it is what it is. I start off each and every show by showing you guys the things that I've picked up over the course of the week. And this first one isn't something that I really picked up. It's just something that I found when I was sorting through one of my bulk piles that I have sitting next to my card sorter. So it's just a pine cone from Paldea Evolved. But this isn't the card that's interesting. It's the card behind it. It's a little hard to tell on camera, but you can definitely see there is a color difference in them. Because this card is extremely faded. It almost looks like it's been sitting out in the sun. But it's literally just been sitting in a stack of cards next to my card sorter until it was ready to get sorted. So like right here in this little symbol, if it focuses, you can definitely see like how dark this is versus how light that is. The border up here, the word basic, it's almost like it's missing a black layer. That's what I think happened, is there's a black layer missing. I mean, like right there, you can definitely see the difference there. But yeah, I just thought that was something cool. Not really something I picked up, but just something that I picked out of the stack of bulk. So my first purchase of the week, I got a retro frame foil Ayula, Queen Among Bears. For those of you who don't know, Ayula is my main commander in Commander Magic the Gathering. And I placed a bid on an eBay auction. Didn't mean to win it because I got it for a lot cheaper than it's selling for on TCG Player. But my minimum bid won. So we're going to update my Ayula in my deck. We're going to put in the retro frame foil and take out the standard Ayula that I have in there. Nice little upgrade on that one. From our friend over at the Smoke Squad, former MetaZoo partner with us. They went live on Whatnot, and I ended up winning this lovely 3D printed ornament of the Hopkinsville Goblin. Eventually, this is going to make its way over to our friend, the Goblin King. It just needs to be with him. I feel like that's the right place for it to be. I haven't told him he's getting it yet. He's just going to get it one day. But we won that from our friends over at Smoke Squad. And then the last thing to show off is I recently picked up about a 30 to 36,000-ish Magic the Gathering collection. It's all bulk. There was about 600 non-English cards in it, so I had to separate those out. But for the most part, it's just bulk commons and uncommons in the collection. But while I was getting all the cards facing the same direction, I pulled out a couple cards that I personally liked. And so the first one, we got our art card of Ayula. When I saw it, I just knew that this had to come out of the collection. It's mine now. Put them side by side, you can see. It's just the art of Ayula. Stop making noise over there. Plastic bag holding my envelopes that I buy at Target. Decided to shift. So yeah, there's Ayula. And then, I don't know, there's just something about the old white border magic cards that I like. Whenever I get them in collections, I just set them aside. I don't sell them. Just something I started doing when I started buying Magic the Gathering collections. And, well, here we are. So first up, we have Pharaoh's Ban. Summon spells cost an additional 2 mana to play. Nantuko Husk. Good little zombie insect there. I don't think zombie decks are too... They're not very played right now, but I don't know. Nice little 9th edition card. I'll take it. And then we got Fireball. There is another Fireball in this one, but the two of them are different. I want to say this one is like the 5th edition, and the other one is just the Unlimited. Or maybe I have it backwards. I don't remember. It's not for sale, but... Fireball. Can't go wrong with Fireball. We got Life Tap. Gain 1 life each time a forest controlled by target opponent becomes tapped. If someone wants to play this against me, that would be very bad for me. Because I mostly play green decks. We got Memory Lapse from 6th edition. This card's been printed a million times. Fissure. Bury target land or creature. We got 2 of those. They're the exact same. Oh, 3 of them. Nice. There's the other Fireball. So, like, if we go side by side with them, the main difference that you'll notice is the text is different. But then down at the bottom, this one has a copyright. This one just has the artist on it. The text is a little bit different. There's a circle around the mana. Just little differences like that. Of the exact same card. Makes Magic interesting, especially in these older sets. We have Heroes Resolve, from 6th edition in this. Howl from Beyond. Target creature gets +X +0 until end of turn. Interesting black spell. We have Boomerang and a different Boomerang. They're the same card, just different art. And there's another Boomerang. This one has the fairy rogues all over it. This Boomerang taking out one of the Elder Dragons. We have Cocoon. Not a card that I wanted for my deck. Another Boomerang. Healing Salve. You gain 3 life or prevent up to 3 damage from being dealt to a single target. I thought this was an interesting white spell, but apparently it's not super playable. People don't use it, so it is what it is. Another Boomerang from a different set. I'm not going to attempt the name on this. Ooh, old card. Exactly, Mirada. I don't know. I just like the white border. Because when you see the white border, you know they're old. So yeah. Those were the cards in the collection that I pulled out, set aside for myself just because, like, I don't know. The white border cards aren't worth a ton right now, especially the commons and uncommons. But, like, I like them. So I'm just going to keep them. I think I'm going to start to build an edge deck soon. I don't know what that means. I'm still really bad at Magic the Gathering. So, as the title states, I bought a massive collection. I bought over 120 pounds of Magic the Gathering. Honestly, it just looks like this person ripped open a ton of boxes and just had a bunch of cards laying around. And I picked up the bulk at a really good price. So that's what I did. So basically what I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to reach in, grab a stack. I'm probably not going to look like at the cards themselves, but more so what I'm going to do is kind of look at the cards like this, upside down, because I want to see the set symbol on the cards that I'm looking at, because the easiest thing for my sorting machine is if I put all the cards from a single set in at the same time. So like this one, AER is Aether Revolt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Aether Revolt. So, Thopter Arrest. Down here you can see that it's AER in English. German would be DE. Japanese would be JP, etc., etc. But it's easier to sort if I just look at the set symbol, because the set symbols are very different. I think this box is mostly Aether Revolt, though. Okay, so like this. So if I'm sorting through cards and I see this symbol, and the next card I see this symbol, that's easy for me to just stop and be like, okay, these are from different sets, separate them. And so basically that's what I'm going to be doing. Miriam. Is that a Planeswalker? Is that a card that I should be familiar with? I apologize that I'm not understanding the deck you're looking at building, Marauda. But if you need some white spells from Aether Revolt, it would appear that I have some white spells. Okay, now I got some black spells here. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm guessing most of these are going to be from the same set. Honestly, all of the boxes that I got had lots of different sets in them. But the last box that I looked through to get all the cards facing the same way was a lot of Aether Revolt. And I think there was some like Core 19 and a couple other sets, but like nothing. Okay, so like right there, the symbol changed. So instead of Aether Revolt, now we're into Eldraine. And so, with that change, we stop what we were sorting and we go on to the next set now. And as long as we keep seeing the same symbol, we just keep going. And honestly, this is just going to help me at the end of the day get the cards into my card sorter so that they sort faster rather than me having to get all of the different sets sorted out after they're sorted. So this way I can just put all of the Eldraine cards in. I think it's Eldraine from 2019. Because I know Wilds of Eldraine is WLD on this set, so. So I think this set is just called Eldraine. It could be Eldrazi for all I know. Unless it's one of the modern sets that I've opened, I'm really bad with it. Miriam is a dragon that copies all the dragons casted. Ooh. We like that. That sounds like a fun deck, honestly. Especially because I mean, like, I know like Nicol Bolas and Niv Mizzet, definitely staples amongst dragon players. I don't know if Smog counts, because I don't think you actually cast Smog. He just kind of comes into play as a token. Niv Mizzet is a deck I want to make too. I think I have some Niv Mizzets laying around here. It's Niv Mizzet Supreme. Hexproof from monocolored. Yeah, this would destroy my Ayula deck. Because Ayula is definitely mono green. So if you're looking for Niv Mizzet Supreme, I do have Niv Mizzet Supreme. That's from March of the Machine Aftermath. Although, I will say that Mr. Isaac Sky Lee has recently bought some pre-con commander decks and has started playing a little bit of Magic the Gathering at his local LGS. Which I thought was very exciting, that I was able to pique his interest in Magic the Gathering. Alrighty, my loyal Twitch viewers. If you are not subscribed to me, you can subscribe to the channel for $5 a month, or you can use your Amazon Prime subscription. If you don't know how to use your Prime subscription, you can type !Prime here in the chat. A link will pop up that will tell you how to use it. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, that is completely fine. I'm just thankful you're here watching. In about 30 seconds to a minute, there's going to be a 3-minute ad break. That's how we keep the lights on here at Twitch. But if you are subscribed, you don't have to sit through a 3-minute ad break. If you don't have the $5 and you don't have Amazon Prime, you can jump on over to YouTube. We are Scott Cinderquil on YouTube, where you can watch it without the ad break. But if you don't want to do either of those things, please watch the 3-minute ads. We do get revenue from it. I appreciate it. I am going to the Outlaws pre-release tomorrow, actually. Nice. I wanted to go to one here in Nashville, but I just didn't have time to make it work, unfortunately. It would have been fun. Outlaws at Thunder Junction looks interesting. I am mostly interested to see what happens with the price of sealed boxes. Because the play boosters are at like 120-ish right now, which is what Murders at Karlov was. It's not there anymore, so I am hoping, for the LGS's sake, I'm hoping that it is a home run set and prices go back up once everything is flushed out from the people who are just trying to dump it and get their money back. But there are several key reprints in this set. There's some that haven't been reprinted since the 90s, I believe it was. So, like, there are some desperately needed reprints for the players, which is great. But realistically, I don't really see myself picking up a box. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna wait it out and buy some singles. Hopefully find some bulk. At a decent price. So Mirada, if you get bulk from your pre-release and you want to sell it off, you know who to hit up. Unless you got a ton of it, though, it's not a great deal. But I mean, like the collection I'm sorting through right now obviously was a good deal. And especially because of the volume of cards. I even paid shipping on this one. I agreed to pay for the shipping. I wanted this collection so much. And if anybody was in Smoke Squad's stream on Whatnot, no, this is not the collection from Smoke Squad. This is a different collection. I ended up not getting the Smoke Squad. Oh, there's a Dragon Mirada. It's the same dragon. Perfect. Alrighty. What does this dragon do? Volcanic Dragon. Flying and haste. 4/4 for 6. Okay. Yeah, just a vanilla dragon. That's okay. You need just regular old dragons sometimes. That's a cool looking horse. Reminds me of Lucifer out in Denver. And lots of core 19 right now. I think I have a decent amount of core 19 actually. So the core 19 cards might take a little bit of a backseat on getting sorted and uploaded. Because my thing is, like, I want to get cards from different sets listed and uploaded. So, like, I know one of these boxes has quite a bit of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. And sadly, I never opened any Lost Caverns of Ixalan because the price went stupid right out of the gate and it's just kept going up. And so while I want to open up a sexy Jeff Goldblum card, it's not worth it. I'd rather just buy the single. You know, again, Rexy with the banner falling in front of her, it'd be a cool card to open. But the price just doesn't make sense to me. For a sealed box anyways. But we did get some nice singles from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Ooh. There's list reprint cards in here. Oh well. We'll sort all that out later. I hate the list slot cards. They make it more difficult. So, are you looking at like a 5-color deck, Mitrata? Is that what you're doing? That way you can get all the dragons you could want in there. Are you going for a 5-color deck? That way you can just play any dragon in your deck. Because I'm not familiar with Miriam. I don't know if they're a 5-color. 3-color, nice. I'm not rich enough for 5 copies. I mean, there are several cheap 5-color dragons. Like that Niv Mizzet I was showing off earlier. It's not an expensive Niv Mizzet. It's a land base. I mean, you can get cheap lands, you can get tap lands. You don't necessarily need, you know, fetch lands and all kinds of fancy ones. But if you need some basic lands, I probably have a stack of basic lands that I'm not really gonna want to go through the trouble of sorting and listing. Oh, it's a lizard, not a dragon. Just saw something kind of reptilian and I'm like, ah, dragon. Still going with our Aether Revolt. Again, I think this box was mostly from this one set, which is fine. I mean, the thing with Magic is eventually all cards will sell. Eventually there will be a player out there that is like, I'm gonna make this card work. And so eventually, every single one of these cards will sell. And if you guys didn't see Mason's video over at CNA Gaming, Cardinal Gaming, I believe was the previous name, but now it's just CNA Gaming. He actually recently talked about selling singles on TCG Player in his latest video. At least the latest video I watched. I thought it was very insightful. And, ew. We don't want that card. And we got Shock. And Shock is a good red spell. Like, when I'm playing on Arena, I like playing Shock. It's a good little ping damage card. Looks like someone put chewing gum or a sticker on the back of this one. Leg cramp. Okay, there we go. All better. The joys of a live show. You guys get to see the look of pain as my leg cramps up. No, it's mana length. It's like a 10-cent card, mana length. But hey, we like 10-cent cards. Those sell well on TCG Player. And the 10 to 15-cent cards. And that goes there, that goes there. We're getting a little bit more mixed up now. Ooh, that's pretty. What are you? Oakham Ranger. It's an elf knight. Create 2/1/1 white human creature tokens. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay. And Embreth Shieldbreaker. Destroy target artifact. Shepherd of the Flock. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. He's carrying a sheep. Alrighty, we're back to regular cards now, so back to what we were doing. Nice little jumble of cards there. Enchanted Carriage. That card felt almost like waxy. So that's why I was looking at it. Just trying to figure out why it felt waxy. But yes, if you are looking to sell your Magic the Gathering collection and you just want out of Magic the Gathering, I am paying $5 per 1,000 cards, unsorted. I prefer them to be only in English, but if you have a large enough collection and it is some foreign cards and mostly English, we can discuss that. Just shoot me a message on any social media, SJC Collectibles. We have the Gyarados logo. And let's talk about it. Because honestly, I probably don't want any massive collections right now. Because I just took in... It was either 6,000 or 7,000 Pokemon cards. I just took in this 35,000 Magic collection. So I have lots of cards that I'm working on right now. Getting them organized and listed for sale, so that I can get my money back. You can see right here. It's a little tough to see, but there's a stack of cards right here, and then there's a whole bunch of Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes with cards in them. That's where I've been working to sort the Pokemon collection that I got in. So I can get those listed for sale. And I mean, the Pokemon collection is probably 75% sorted and listed already. We're just kind of in the close of it at this point, and then once that's ready to go, we're ready to throw this Magic the Gathering collection into the card sorter and get these going. Ooh, that's a token that goes somewhere else. This is the fun part of owning a card store that no one really shows you. But I mean, let's be honest. I get to sit here and play with shiny cardboard and make a little bit of money while doing it. I love it. And honestly, I get to look at a lot of really cool card art. Like, that's good art. Just objectively. I like it. Ooh. Two of these are a little faded. Interesting. Got a nice little elephant soldier there. Little spirit elk. Probably the next set that I'm actually going to open boxes from is going to be Bloomborough. I'm really excited for the Bloomborough set. I know not everybody is, but I'm real excited for that set. Because you are telling me that I get the chance to open a pack with the first ever Arita Magic the Gathering card in it. I will take that. I mean, I know it's not the same as opening up the base set Charizard, but Arita is going to be a Magic the Gathering artist. How could I not be excited for that? Let's be honest here. We're about 3/4 of the way done with this box. Ooh, that's a drake, not a dragon. That's how they get me, Mitrata. They put drakes in here and they look like dragons to me, but they're not. So close, but so far. Okay. Getting lots of it. Core 19 now. Gonna stop the cards from falling down. Alrighty, we're gonna keep going, keep going. All of the M19s. Into the greens. Honestly, I haven't really sorted through any of this, so like I don't know if there's any like $1, $2 cards in here. Honestly, I'll probably find that out when it goes through my sorting machine. But I went through it once just to get all the cards facing the same way and pull out the non-English cards. And then now I'm going through it and I'm sorting it by set so that it goes into my machine easier. Because if it's sorting just one set, it sorts faster because it has to pull from a smaller database of cards. And I'm all for my machine sorting faster. Because it's able to sort about 300 cards per hour. And I turned it off for the stream, but it was sorting. I want to say it's Obsidian Flames Reverse Hollows is what I had it sorting right now. So if you're looking for some Obsidian Flames, make sure you guys check out sjccollectibles.com to pick up those singles that you're missing for your binders. We're adding more and more cards every single day. We have currently, I think it's 252,000 cards. We might have fallen down to 251,000. Just because we've gotten some large orders recently. Like one of them here, sitting right next to me, that I'm going to be shipping out after tonight's stream. Somebody ordered 32 second edition Mothman blister promos. 32 of them. I mean, thank you. I'm glad they're going to a new home. But funny enough, with their order, they also got the Wise Mothman, the thick cardstock Commander displays that I had. I had 2 of them from the Wise Mothman, and they grabbed both of them. So I think they're just a Mothman collector. So I'm going to be getting that packed up and shipped out tonight as well. Can't go wrong with Mothman. Like, I almost kept that deck sealed because I'm like, I should probably keep this deck and play with it, but I decided not to. I got it for such a good price. Like, it it made more sense for me to sell the singles rather than keeping the deck for myself. So, oh well. Because I might be wrong, but I want to say the Mothman deck is the one with the Nuka-Cola vending machines. Which... those are... at least when I sold them, they were a pretty penny. So we definitely like seeing that. But I mean, I will say, I'm selling MetaZoo singles every single day. Like another order I have over here, someone bought Hate Lick from Native along with the Meteoric Fusion Aura. So I mean, I don't know. I'm selling tons of MetaZoo singles. Getting lots of requests for Cryptid Nation First Edition singles, though, which is weird. Because CN1 singles really haven't fallen that much. Like, I mean, First Edition Lightning in a Bottle is still like a $3 to $5 card. So I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing there are stores that are out there that are still putting on tournaments. Because I'm specifically selling play sets of things. But I'm sending the cards to specifically play sets of cards. They are going to San Diego and Dallas and Chicago, New York. I've had like 10 orders in the last week that are going to addresses at Duke University. Like, people in North Carolina are playing? What? I mean, don't get me wrong. If I get the chance to go visit Chapel Hill, I will. But it was just surprising to see a bunch of orders coming in that were specifically Duke University addresses, because they're getting sent to their campus mailboxes. But yeah, and I mean, if it was like, you know, one of every card from a set, sure, I would get it. There's a binder collector out there. But no, I'm noticing more and more that the cards that are selling are play sets. So like, I'm not selling one rope right. I'm selling 6. You know, I'm selling 4 lightning in a bottles at a time, not just 1. The fusion auras, they're selling in pairs. They're not selling as singles. And so, I don't know. Just something I have observed that I found to be interesting. Alrighty, we are on to the last row of this box. I'm probably only just going to sort this one box tonight. Just because I am tired. I've been up since 5 a.m., so I think I'm going to go to bed. And I still need to pack these orders so I can get them out in the morning. Sucks. Yeah. 10 out of 10, don't recommend it. But pretty soon, I'm going to have to start waking up at like 3 in the morning to go into work. Because I'm going to be opening soon. Just because it's needed for what I want career-wise, so I have to get the experience of opening, even though for my entire professional career I've always been a closer, but oh well. I understand business needs and stuff like that, and knowing all the day parts of a business, so not the most fun thing in the world, but we'll make it work. Now is stocking time. So closing is generally the stocking time at the Seattle-based coffee company that I do not speak for, and my views do not represent theirs, yada yada yada, all that fun legalese. So nighttime is usually the stocking time, actually. As where the mornings is actually when you're the busiest. So you'll get the most customers. And so the busy time is called peak. And at the store that I'm currently a supervisor at, our peak is generally about an hour or two after we open. And so it's one of those things, you can go in, brew coffee, brew tea. Everybody drinks their coffee real fast so that they're awake enough to do their job. And then it's on for 2 to 3 hours, where you're just going to be busy. Get to be busy for 2 to 3 hours, and you get a little break so you can wipe everything down. Then you get a little bit more business, and then you go home. What's your most annoying drink? So I think the drinks that are most annoying are the drinks that don't make sense. So, like, if you're getting, like, let's say you're getting a hot white chocolate mocha, but you're not going to put whipped cream on it because you want vanilla sweet cream cold foam. It's basically the exact same thing. You're just paying $1.50 extra. Like, vanilla sweet cream cold foam, the only difference between that and whipped cream is the sweet cream has 2% milk in it instead of just the heavy whipping cream. And you're paying $1.50 for that. So those are annoying. But honestly, I think the most annoying drinks are the ones that people just don't know what they're ordering. Which, I mean, nothing against people not knowing. It's just that if it is explained to you that what you are asking for is not possible, you don't need to get angry at people. So, like, think of the shaken espresso drinks. Like, they're very tasty, but it is literally shots of espresso, a little bit of syrup, and ice. That's all it is. And then you put the tiniest splash of milk on it. And what you do is you pour the shots over ice and you shake the crap out of them so that it gets nice and frothy. And every single day, people will order it either no ice or light ice. The drink is 90% ice. So you want just shots with some sugar in a cup? There's a better way to order it. It's cheaper. So yeah, I would say the annoying ones are when people pay for things that they don't need to be paying for, or they don't know what they're ordering, and when you ask for clarification on their order that doesn't make sense, they get irrationally angry. And I mean, I can't talk about the upcoming drinks, obviously, because can't talk about them. But there's one coming out next week. I think it's next Tuesday. It's very good, and you should definitely try it. I just really like cold foam cold brew. Before they used to make it with sweet cream, and now every time they make it wrong because they don't understand. Nope. It was non-fat milk. Cold foam used to be non-fat milk, and now it's vanilla sweet cream cold foam for everything. But yeah. I will say the lavender cream cold foam, it's actually really good. Like, I think it tastes like Fruity Pebbles cereal milk for the lavender cream cold foam. It's real good. It tastes like cereal milk, and I think it's Fruity Pebbles that it reminds me of. So that one's really good. So if you want it to actually taste like lavender, there's only one drink that I found that actually tastes like lavender, and it's not something you'd expect. So 10 out of 10 recommend. A strawberry acai refresher with lemonade, and then add the lavender powder scoops to it. What's up, DPD? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for stopping by on YouTube. I only get coffee usually. Yeah, Miran, I mean, 99.9% of the time, I'm also just drinking coffee. But I'm also a degenerate, so I usually get an undertow because I just need caffeine to the face. I don't actually want to be full from the drink. Also, don't go to places and order undertows. Most people don't know how to make them, but they're delicious. But especially if the place is busy, it's just really annoying to make. But I'm doing well, DPD. I hope you're well as well. I've seen you posting in the salt caverns, but haven't really interacted with you recently, so I do hope you are well. But yeah, if I'm getting something not coffee based right now, it's the strawberry acai lemonade with the lavender powder. No one ever gets espresso macchiatos right either. Yeah, that's an easy one for people to mess up because it's just not ordered. I mean, it's just shots, scoop of foam, splash of steamed milk. Pretty easy drink, but since no one ever orders it. Every once in a while I have free time and say, today I might want to argue. I mean, the Salt Caverns is a good place to argue. Oh, yeah. The foam is always just bubbles. Yeah. People are bad at making microfoam. I left that server. I think about it, but then sometimes DPD, who's over on YouTube, and hitting that like button because he's a real one, every once in a while DPD will tag me in something because someone's looking to buy cards, and then I just sell $100 worth of cards. And so the only reason I stay is so that I can make money. Oh, I missed a card. Oh, I missed a couple cards. Jeez. They both go over here. I mean, if it wasn't for business, I probably would leave the server. It's just a lot of the old toxic MetaZoo people still, but hey, I'm here helping people get cardboard into people's hands. That's what I do. If anyone has the whole want list, it was, yeah. I actually got him everything he wanted and a little bit more, so it worked out great. And then after everything, he ended up not getting the New Year's New Beginnings. He just went with the New Beginnings. But it was fine. I threw in some extra stuff for him, so hopefully he likes it. Like, he got one of the native play mats, and obviously the SGC Collectibles promo card. And then I had several of the Seance blister set promos laying around. So I sent him a play set of each of those blisters as well. Because, I mean, if you're going to buy $150 worth of singles from me, I'm going to hook you up. I'm drinking some tea right now, actually. I might make myself a tea latte tonight. I have a... it's a blood orange tea from Trader Joe's. That is so good. And then I add some oat milk to it. It's so tasty. Yeah, I hope he likes everything, because, I mean, it was a big box of stuff, so he should enjoy it. There's lots of goodies stuffed in there. I mean, who doesn't love the promo? Like, this is exactly what we were promised. Nothing more, nothing less. Exactly what we were promised. As long as we paid 4 months in advance. But if you guys need any more, hit me up soon, because this is the end of it. This is all I'm giving out. So these are the last of them that are going out to people. This stack right here. I'm randomly including them in orders I get, especially the MetaZoo orders. But if you want the SJC Collectibles promo card, this is the end of it. 299 will be out in the wild. I have made the decision that I am vaulting 200 of them. So, pretty soon they're going to be gone and no more are going out, so. Hey, it's foil. Hey, they were supposed to print my logo on a card. Did you end up grading any for the PC? Honestly, DPD, I did not. I probably should. But at the end of the day, if I want to in the future, I have 2 bricks of 100. I can always crack them out of the vault later. But for now, I'm just gonna leave them sealed, and I'm not gonna worry about grading them right now. Honestly, I don't want to spend any more money on MetaZoo. Even grading fees. Especially with all the fuckery that's happening with PSA and eBay and Golden and I don't know, that whole thing that they're doing right now. I don't know. What's going on? So the problem is, Mitrata, I don't know exactly what's happening. I'm confused by it all, and I think that's the point. Because eBay sold something that they owned, one of their companies that they owned, to PSA. And by selling that to PSA and eBay are now in a strategic partnership with talks of mergers. And so the eBay vault with Golden Auctions is now part of PSA? The eBay vault, I think? Yeah, so I think it's the eBay vault, which is part of Golden Auctions, was sold to PSA, so now PSA owns the eBay vault specifically for high-end collectible cards. So eBay owns TCG Player, who owns a trading card distribution company, who owns a trading card specific POS system, and now they own the vault for eBay too? Or no, eBay sold the vault to PSA and is in merger discussions. I don't know. It's getting very Monopoly-esque, and I'm uncomfortable with it from my very basic understanding. PSA had their own vault too, so I'm guessing they're combining them too. That would be my guess. But honestly, there's probably a lot of legal issues with combining the two vaults that I would not want to deal with. This sounds like a lot of whiteboard with a lot of crossing lines on it. I mean, it's just that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where he's just using the red string to connect everything. I don't know, man. It is a wild time to be involved with trading cards. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. It's wild. It is a crazy ride. But yeah, guys. I sorted this one box all by set. Now that they're by set, it's a lot easier for me to throw it into my sorting machine once I am caught up with my Pokemon collection that I bought, which I'm almost done with. I'm almost there. I have maybe 2,000 cards left that I need to sort from the Pokemon card collection I bought. And then we're going to start working on this collection. But in order to do so, what I want to do is get all of the cards sorted by set so that when I work on, Core 19, I have all of the Core 19 that I can just start sorting and listing, thousands of Core 19 cards. But I don't know when I'm going to be able to get all that done. I don't know. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to take off for the night. If I can get to the mouse. I'm really tired. I'm going to bed. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Mirada, DPD, I appreciate you guys more than you know. Like, words truly do not describe my appreciation for you too. If you need any singles, make sure you guys check out sjccollectibles.com, where we have over 250,000 trading card singles available and ready to ship to your door in as little as 2 days. So check us out. And if you buy it directly from sjccollectibles.com, you get free shipping after $5. So definitely check that out. I will be back live next Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to do. We might open up something random, like, who knows? Maybe we'll rip 75, 100 of those second edition spell books. That way we can just get all the hollow auras out of it. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that crap. Might just throw it all away. Maybe we'll sort more cards if I don't have time to get to them before then. Maybe we'll just sit down and talk. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I will be back next Thursday. Hopefully with a little bit more energy, but don't count on it. We'll see. But have a great night, guys. Make sure you are staying safe, staying hydrated, and wash your damn hands. Y'all be nasty. Have a good night. Bye.
Gotta catch 'em all.